Welcome back to another lesson. No song today. We're doing a little bit of a theory ed session. We're going to talk about the major scale and a major key. We're going to be doing the key of C major because it's the go-to scale because there's no sharps or flats contained in that, so it's a good one to use. We're going to just look at how the scale's formed and then how we create the chords from that as well. Just below around here, you might see a little bit. You'll see little bits. You will see bits of text that crop up just to help us along. So if you follow this step pattern of tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, we get the major scale step pattern. Okay, so whatever note you put at the beginning of that step pattern from the musical alphabet, you'll get a major scale. So I'll just play through C major scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Of course, you can duplicate that up the neck. Different positions and stuff. Right, so each part of each one would be labelled. So C would be degree, the first degree, D would be the second degree, E the third, etc. So if we start on the first chord, of course C, we harmonise on the root with the third and the fifth. Okay, so that would give us C, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, so C, E, and G. Them three notes make up the C major chord. C, E, G, another C, and another E. Okay, that's known as a triad. Okay, tri-3. It's made up of three notes. You're technically playing five, but of course you're only using three. Let's look at the second degree. So we would start on D. So the root note is D. So we know we've got a D type of chord. Okay. Let's harmonise this D chord with its third and its fifth. So we've got D, E, F, D, E, F, the third, G, A, the fifth. Okay, so the three notes of chord 2 are D, F, and A. This creates a D minor. Now, if you're not too clued up on your bits of basic chord construction and excuse me, music theory, a lot of people wonder why some chords are major and some are minor, and the answer is within the relationship of the third. So what we're just going to do is have a quick look at that. So basically, if I look at chord 1, C, the third is E. Now I'll just demonstrate on the guitar. If you've got two whole tones or four semitones separating your third, that makes it a major third, hence a major chord. It's not always true that it's a straight major chord. I'll just perhaps go on about that in this lesson, maybe not, see how I go on. Right, so C, 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, I won't do it. Well, I'll show you on one string first, just like that. C to E. 1, 2, 3, 4 semitones. Of course, in the chord, it's played there. So if you get these two whole tones of 4 semitones, that's a major third, okay, which at this point is making it a major chord, okay. The other interval from the root, the C to the G is a fifth, is a perfect fifth. Now, every chord in a major scale, in a major key, has a perfect fifth apart from the 7th chord that sits on the 7th degree, which would be B, and I'll just go on about that shortly. So we know that C to E is a major third because it's separated by two whole tones, 4 semitones. We know that every chord has a perfect fifth, so we're just going to take that for granted. So we're really focusing on this third. So we get this major chord, C major. So chord 2, the third, was D to F, okay? If we work out the interval distance from D to F, D, D sharp or E flat, E, F, 1, 2, 3, odd. So a tone and a half or 3 semitones. So that's a minor third. It has a perfect fifth, so we're not worrying about that. So D to F is a minor third because the interval is only 3 semitones or a tone and a half. That gives us D minor. Let's look at chord 3. Okay, we know it's an E-type chord because it's starting on the E. It's the third degree. We're looking at the third chord. Okay. E to G. Oh, let's get the notes first. E, G to B. Okay, they're your 3 notes. Okay, you've got your third G and your fifth B. E to G, major or minor third? If you said major third, unfortunately you're wrong. It's a minor third, E to G. E, F, F sharp, G. E, F, F sharp, G. That gives us an E minor chord. So if I just quickly run through everything else, chord 4, F would be a major. Chord 5 at this point, because we're only dealing with 3 notes and triads, would be G major. Chord 6, starting on the A, would be A minor. Okay, chord 7. Starts on B. Okay. Now, B to D, so let's look at the notes we're using, B, D and F. Okay. So B to D is, hopefully you've worked that out, is a minor third. So we've got this minor chord, but there's one big difference here. B to F is a diminished fifth. It's not a perfect fifth interval. A perfect fifth would be B to F sharp. So how do we work out a perfect fifth? It's 3.5 tones from the root. So just let's quickly jump back to C. Its fifth would be G. Okay, so you've got C. Let's just count these up. We'll count this up in semitones. Okay, C sharp to D. That's 2 semitones or 1 whole tone. D sharp to E is your 2 whole tones. Remember your major third. 2 whole tones. Okay. E, so F, F sharp. So you've gone C to F sharp. That's 3 whole tones. Okay, or 6 semitones. And then one more from F sharp to G is a semitone half. You've got 3.5 tones. What's this? C to G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 semitones, 3 tones, and your half there to G. So a perfect fifth would be 3.5 tones from its root note. Well, if we look at the relationship of the F to the B, we would have B, C, C sharp, 1 tone, D, D sharp, 2 tones, E, F, 3 tones, half a tone missing. So that's a diminished fifth, and that's what makes the 7th chord on a major scale very distinctive. Okay, I'm adding the 7th in here, I won't go into that, but basically, what have I played as a triad? Okay, so I've got the B, the F, and then I could put in the, sorry, I'll try that again actually, I'm playing a perfect fifth there, aren't I? Yeah, the diminished fifth, very interesting, and lots of heavy rock metal bands use that in their sort of the framework within the riffs and stuff. I'll just give you 2 examples. B flat in Metallica's Enter Sandman. E, G minor, so it's E minor-ish, this riff, this phrase, and then it's here, that B flat, which gives it that very unsettling sound. I've no distortion on this setting today, but Black Sabbath. Okay, octaves, G to G, D flat. There's loads. So if you're writing your own metal or rock riffs, then just think of the diminished fifth, and it might give you that very unnerving sound. Okay, so the chords then in C major. So we had a C major scale of C, D, E, F, G, A, B, back to C, single notes. You harmonise on your 3rd and your 5th. You go up through your 7 degrees, you get these chords. C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor. I'm just muting the 3rd string there. Really, I would play that always with the 7th in, so I would add the A. Okay. B half diminished, back home to C. That resolves really nice as well. Chord 7 there, back to the C. Got them nice little semitone movements. So, for example, B to C, the F dropping to E, your A dropping a tone to G. So you can see how they sound really nice and the kind of step by step. In the couple of examples that I've used, I've created a very simple chord progression. I've wrote it in C major. You would always generally, unless you was kind of doing a modal kind of chord progression, which I'll talk about in another video, you would start on C. It establishes the tone. Okay, the examples, the chords I'm just playing, very simple. C, A minor, G to F. You would describe that as 1-6-5-4. Often musicians talk about that. They do in jazz a lot because there's so many pivots to different degrees of the scale. So if I was in if I were talking with a band or was having a jam with someone and I said, well, shall we have a jam, in C major? And I may say, or someone may say to me, we'll do 1-6-5-4. And that's just telling me I'm playing C major, because that's chord 1. 6 is A minor. 5G, 4 F major. One little thing just for you don't have to work out all the little bits and pieces. If you think of a major scale, the 1st, 4th and 5th chords are always major. The 2nd, 3rd and 6th are always minor, and the 7th would technically be that half diminished. It's not really used a lot in popular music. And one more thing as well, tons and tons of pop songs use only the 1st, 4th, 5th and 6th chords. I might do a little lesson just to show you. There's loads on YouTube anyway, I guess. But yeah, a lot of the framework's based around that, and often just use that harmony all the way through the song. So that's the chord progression and the examples. I've just shown you how. The other thing I was going to show you as well was how to perhaps solo in a major key. And I've looked at the major pentatonic scale today. I think a real go-to scale for a lot of guitar players is the minor pentatonic. We can often find the relative minor scale by just going down 3 semitones. So if you think of C major, if you drop down 3 semitones, you get to A. So if I just backtrack, you got C, turn that up, C, B1, B flat, 2, A3. Okay? That gives you your relative minor scale. Why is it relative to C major? Why is the sixth degree related to the tonic major? It's because if you form a C major 6 chord, you would get C, E, G, and A. Okay, and hey presto, guess what? Them notes also make up an A minor 7 chord. A, C, E, G, they're the same notes. That's where you get that link. Okay, so yeah, minor scale. I'm sure everyone's done this scale before. And I can extend to there in that position. If you start on the second note, you get the major pentatonic scale. So you don't have to look elsewhere. You don't have to figure things out. So if I start on the second note, C major pentatonic. The C major pentatonic's built on the root 1, the D, the second, the third, the fifth, and the sixth. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So in the first example, I've just played up and down the scale. You can see how it sounds nice when you blanket the scale. And then the second time, I've just simply put through, I've kind of just jammed around and wrote a kind of an excerpt of a solo or an introductory phrase, whatever, all based pretty much around that C major pentatonic scale. So it's a good go-to scale, and it's easy to find if you know your pentatonics as well. So yeah, these 12 keys, some contain sharps, some contain flats, but today we've just solely focused on C major because it doesn't contain any sharps or flats. Yeah, so have fun with that. Perhaps try and practice recording your own chord progressions. Write your own progressions or songs within C major. Put together some chords. Remember to start on C. Try out different combinations of chords in there. See how you go. And then you can also have a practice, maybe soloing in and around that C major pentatonic. But it's a good go-to scale for that. So yeah, any little queries, drop them in the comments down south, and I'll be back shortly with another song. Have fun. Bye.